that I started and sold he's a rising 3-year-old, and to see on my GoPro is quite great. He's had the time just to grow and mature, and he's definitely matured a lot in the last couple of months, but still very young mentally, and you can see like he's still a little bit unbalanced in his growth. Like he gets a little bit bum high and then a little bit wither high, so I haven't been in a rush to get him under saddle. I'm just doing a little bit on the grind, and I'll start riding him and stuff like that coming up. So I'm just going to do the same exercises, and you can have a look to see what it looks like with a horse that's much greener. You can see he's a little bit more distracted and looking at different things. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching me work with Dorado, and yeah, we'll see how we go.
So I'm just asking him here to walk out on the circle here, and if you watch that first step is the inside shoulder, and there he's done it again, that inside shoulder, so his left shoulder coming across and stepping away from me as opposed to stepping in. You see a lot of horses, their first step, and honestly they keep it up consistently, that they drop that inside shoulder, and obviously everything we do on the ground transitions into the saddle. So if you have a horse that is dropping the inside shoulder and not lifting his ribs and working correctly, then obviously when we get into the saddle he's doing the same thing. So here I've just disengaged his hindquarter, is going to change direction. Same thing again, the inside shoulder steps through, and you see, like, for a very green horse, he is quite calm and settled here. He's got his inside ear, his inside eye on me. He's got that neckline fairly neutral, nice smiley rope. Just changing my body position, asking for a disengage of hindquarters. Want that inside shoulder across again. Beautiful. So Dorado will throw a bit of challenge now and again. He's still very young, and what I would consider still very uneducated. So I'm just patient with him. I take it slow, and I allow him to commit to any of mistakes. So you'll see here he throws a few little wobblers. Either at certain times he's questioning my leadership, at other times he's not understanding what I've asked. You see there, like, he's quite settled. And yeah, just giving him the time to work out what I've asked from him. So the trot and walk transitions here, this is all off body energy and voice command, and see how smooth those transitions are. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. And a whoa. And in my training, whoa means whoa. Just give him a reward here. Ask him to move out again. You want that rib cage swung to the outside as well, so you kind of want to have that nose laterally flexed towards you, and the ribs and spine lifted and swung slightly to the outside. Just put up a little bit of a confrontation here, so I'm just going to drive him through. But in this whole process, you're not wanting to get angry or impatient with him. I'm just letting him commit to that mistake, commit to that misunderstanding, and then carry on, move on. I don't allow my horses to get stuck in that moment of confusion or reactive side of the brain. I like my horses to come out of their reactive side into their thinking side as quick as possible. So when he shows me that reactive side, it's there, and then I want that disposed of. Here we've got the canter transition, so he's still getting quite balanced in this and learning to pick up the correct lead. I've left these videos organic so that they're not edited and taking the good bits out and the bad bits out. I want you to see the difference in a horse that's had more education and a lot greener horse, and then obviously we'll see the pony next. Just to disengage the hindquarters here. you know, there's no point in just showing all the blingy bits. It's good to see how I actually get there with more time, and how the horse transitions through that process, and see how I'm always rewarding in between. So he's tried to push through what I've asked there. So he's trying to push through the opposite way, and that's just a misunderstanding. He's not paying close enough attention. Again, young, green, not as focused as what he needs to be. And there we go. So I'm just blocking. I don't need to, you know, get forceful with them. I'm just making my cue extraordinarily clear. My training methods are very much black and white there. I don't leave room for the grey. So when I ask the horse for something, it makes it much easier for him to understand. Fast forward canter here. Lovely. He picks up the lead a lot better on this side. Still struggling to hold the gait for periods of time here, so I don't ask for too much. A little bit of canter, then the last back down to the trot here. He's still a little bit high in his neck, so I want that to come down, want him to relax more. So that's what we're currently working on. But he is quite balanced and smooth in those transitions. I'm just asking for little bits here. Ask for a whoa. So from a canter to a whoa, I want my horses to be able to go up in the transitions, walk, trot, canter, canter, trot, walk, and also from a whoa to a canter and a canter to a whoa. Here we're working on it's pressure release, walking forward, backing up, and as you may have heard Buck Brannaman say, everything you do with a horse is a dance, and it absolutely is. So, you know, I want to get my relationship with El Dorado to where I am with Roper, that he is watching my body. Like, you know, I'm stepping forward here, he should be stepping back. When my energy is coming forward, he should be going back. That's lovely. But I'm keeping him straight, so I correct him there. Good. Nice smiley rope. And see how his ears and his eyes are on me the whole time? Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to get him to come to me. So we haven't done a whole lot of this, so he's still very, very much learning. So when I'm grabbing him here, I'm just keeping him straight. Lovely back up. The hindquarters are engaged. He's just challenging me here. So I want to keep him straight, correct him, send him back. And then I'll invite him back into my space again. Nice smiley rope. Whoa. So I want this smooth. I want him watching me. Good. So as we do this over time, it'll get to the stage, the way you've seen with Roper, I won't have to make my cues as accentuated. I won't have to put as much effort into my physical cues. He will pick up on my energy, forward and back there. That's better. The cues are getting smaller. Reward here. Just change it up a bit, disengage the hindquarter. So you don't want to get too stuck on one exercise, but always want to keep his feet moving. When the horse's feet are moving, he's thinking. He's in that thinking side of the brain, so that's where I want to keep him. Come back to my exercise. Again, keeping him straight. He's watching everything that I'm doing. He's looking. He looks at me wanting that reward too. So I'm going to take his shoulders across here. This is a very difficult movement for the horse to bring the forequarters across. And again, as you can see, he's quite stuck. So we need to do a lot more of this. But this is the beginning stage. So I'm just putting a slight bit of pressure. When he crosses over one leg, I'm releasing. And obviously this prepares you for your shoulder in, shoulder out your half pass if you're doing dressage, your side pass, your reining if you're doing Western. So these movements are very much paramount in your fundamentals for whatever discipline that you go to do. If you would like to follow our socials, the Instagram is Harmony with Horses WA, and the Facebook is the same. Feel free to private message me any questions on what I have showcased in this video. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your horsemanship journey.